Do these guys look like professionals to you? We're the only real professionals in all of damn America tonight!
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Leongs, the Professional Wrestling Podcast. Woo! Let's go!
Let's fucking go! John Cena music. All right, let's go.
The champs are here. The professionals are in the house. I'm one of your hosts, Lawson Leong, a.k.a. Lawson Phoenix, a.k.a. The perfect shade of brown, and with me is my illustrious co-host, America's sweetheart, Katie Rose Leon.
That's right. I was America's sweetheart, then I said I was formerly America's sweetheart because America wasn't seeming too good, but you know what? I am what America should I aspire to be like, so I'm taking it back. I am America's sweetheart.
Yes.
That's right. I hold this belt, America's sweetheart, from my cold dead hands, bitch. You're gonna have to climb all those gay mountains to get to me, and that basically means you're gonna have to find me at brunch to fight me, okay? Home invasion style.
All tides rise when America's sweetheart's on the top of the mountain.
Meow.
You're gonna have to fight 12 JoJo's Bizarre Adventure characters to get to her.
Kind of.
I just read a lot of articles this morning about how gay JoJo's is. Not for any particular reason.
I mean, it's really is. It also has the best music references. Like, I resisted JoJo's for a long time. Not because I have any... It's not like me and Bleach. It was just like... There's so much anime, and it just seemed like insurmountable to me. But I just started watching it. And it's very fun. Haha, kids. You don't get to hear any more about that because I'm on a fucking anime podcast anymore. Suck my dick.
No mas. No mas. We're here to talk about the pro-graps, where men throw men at men, and men cry from being friends with men, and women are there sometimes.
Women also cry for being friends sometimes.
Well, we do. We talk about stardom, too. Yeah, we hit all fields
there
here.
There are also women crying about being friends.
This is how I've been pitching AEW to people. It's like, you want to see men become friends and then no longer be friends and cry about how they're not friends anymore?
I mean...
That's what this show is.
Can I tell you?
Uh-huh.
I know I'm jumping the gun, but Roddy's performance...
Yes.
...is really made me so happy, and the love triangle of the year is MJF, Adam Cole, Roddy.
Yes. It's a thing of beauty. You love to see
It's some real, like, Degrassi Junior High, Days of Our Lives shit, except with men who are friends.
Yes. They're adults also.
They're all also, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, MJF is probably still in his 20s, but those other two
like
are adult men.
Adam Cole is basically married, and Roddy's married with kids. So
yes.
He's crying about his friend not hanging out with him as much. It never ends, people. It never ends. It's always high school. But we can't talk about AEW this week because the headlines are grabbed by one New Japan Puresu.
That's right. Yeah, so
Grade 1 Climax.
The G1 has come to a conclusion, and what a swerve.
32 men entered. One stood tall at the very end. Atop all the bodies stands your ungovernable, tranquilo hero, Tetsuya Naito, everybody. Clap it up for Tetsuya Naito. He did it, baby. He's back.
Oh, yeah.
He's back.
My king of spicy noodles and baseball and kind of not giving a shit.
And looking like a dirty trucker.
Having a weirdly large amount of dry cleaning for someone that looks like they don't shower that much.
What? He looks like he doesn't shower, but he has a full suit on every time he comes.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what a weird cognitive dissonance.
He wears these like 10-piece suits that clearly have to be dry cleaned, and they are pressed.
Yeah.
But the man looks like you could style your hair by putting your hand against his skin and then touching your own hair. You know what I'm saying? He does not look clean.
Yeah.
But I love Naito, and we talked about this, that he had, at the last time of reporting, kind of just been lackluster. And then I don't know, he took a nap, he licked a 9-volt battery or something, and then he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, actually, I'm Tetsuya Naito, and fuck you."
Everyone forgot that I'm Tetsuya Naito.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did, King. We did. Now, I'm going to put myself over here because where else can I do it besides my own wrestling podcast? I did say, and you can listen to the early episodes of our cast, that I thought this motherfucker Naito was sleepwalking through the first half of the year to turn on to the G1. And I turned out to be correct.
I know.
It was just a lot later than I thought it would be.
Talk about long-term storytelling, bro.
He turned it on for 2 matches.
I know.
He waited till the very end.
Don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan, so I love to see it.
Yeah.
It was just, I was sad to see what I was seeing, so it was nice.
Maybe that's all he has. Maybe he just has like 4 good matches a year in him now.
Well,
and he's just gonna save them for...
My partner, who I do watch wrestling with, he's like my little, like, sounding board before I go on the show. I'm like, this is my take this week. What do you think? And he was saying that he thinks that, like, Naito's gonna... This is, like, the big Naito win. There's gonna be a couple more, and then he's gonna be starting to do that Tanahashi, farewell laps where you do, like, less and less, but you're still involved in the company. I mean, I love Naito, but he is in the class of people where we have to start being like, what is your involvement at this point? What you can and can't do physically. Also, the man just likes to hang out, I feel. I feel like he just wants to hang out,
Yeah. So, I take this Naito win. I have a couple thoughts about this, Katie. Good for Naito, obviously. Short King Summer continues. All hail.
Oh, yeah.
But, how do I put this?
Right. No,
Is New Japan fucked? Like, here's my framework for this.
No, you can finish your thought, but I'm there with you.
So my thought is, in years past, there's always people who were like speculate as who was going to win G1 because it could be maybe 4 to 5 to 6 guys at their peak. Nowadays it feels like there's just 3 choices. It was going to be Okada, Ospreay, or Naito.
Right.
And that was really it. They're down to 3 guys. One of them, like we just said, is Naito, who looks like his knees are going to give out anytime now. The other one is Ospreay, who I don't know whether to believe. There's speculation he might leave, go to AEW. I don't know. We'll see. But are they fucked? Are they running out of top talent before they can replace them?
I think they fucked themselves a little bit in that they didn't build new talent fast enough. And this is something
But they're usually so good at it. They're usually the best.
I feel like they dropped the ball pretty hard when they did the Great O'Con wave of new people. Because that was like because that should have been when they introduced a bunch of people as potential mega stars, and what we got was the Party City discount bin. And then they kept pushing people already in the company in ways that I don't think were exciting. The most pertinent example is that, as you angrily texted me about, Evil was in the top 4.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's just like the most recent kind of that example where I'm like, this is a guy that should have only ever been a tag team dude. I liked it when he became Bullet Club Evil because that was a good turn, but besides that, like, by now there should be like 10 other like dudes with weird, stupid Japanese gimmicks, as they love to do, which is like, look at my ugly shirt, here I come, and we should be excited. Yeah. Instead, there's only like a couple new guys. I mean, the new kids have a lot of potential, but there's no guy gunning for that spot right now.
Well, I mean, Yoshitsuji just got here.
I know.
And as much as we can put him over, and we do, and I'm very high on him. You know, it's not
he's too new to be
fair.
He's too,
Yes.
yeah. No, there's no
He
guy.
just got here.
There's no school of like middle guys who like
Yes.
you know have been there
We've
long
seen for
enough
a couple of years, right?
that like when they start to go for the big dogs, you're like genuinely excited because it was built for it. You know, and if they pushed any of these new guys in that way right now, it'd be that WWE syndrome where you're like, what the fuck is this? Like,
yeah. You never treat it. That's what's happening with Finley, and I mean to Sonata in a sense. I will say at least with Sonata, they did kind of always set up that he would eventually maybe beat Okada for this title.
true. It was wishful thinking. It was very funny. As soon as like they actually have built. That's what I'm saying. They don't know what they're doing because on the other hand, they've built Sonata for years, and if it was anyone else, I'd be like, yeah, maybe. But it's like the kid don't got the juice.
He just doesn't have the juice. He doesn't have the
Head empty, baby.
He's had a whole G1 to show it. Yeah, he did injure his arm, like towards the end there, but it's still. You know who? Okay, a friend of mine shared this thing about Sonata getting injured during G1, and it's like that's not gonna. You know, Go Shiozaki. I know nobody watches Noah, but he worked a whole round robin tournament with an injured arm, and he was like the main character of Noah while he did that. Kenny Omega had an injured knee. Wrestled a whole G1 and was amazing during it. So I'm not giving the Sonata a pass because he hurt his arm halfway through the tournament or whatever.
I mean, all wrestlers are psychos and they don't take care of themselves. Like we all know this. That
sure.
If they want it bad enough, they'll just act like it's not happening for better or worse. I just like.
What about Zack
when Sonata was just kind of like a weird himbo that like was wearing funny clothes and stuff, like that was entertaining. I was okay with him in that, but like Sonata as like
the guy,
the like basic character select in Fighter Pro Wrestling, the champion, like it just is not exciting. It doesn't work.
Player one, the thing starts on his character,
and it's just like it's so weird because technically I get. He's exactly what I'm complaining about. Like, he was built. I'm just like, why?
But he's not the guy, though. So they told a story with him, but he's not the guy. They built up Evil. Gato always wanted to push Evil.
Yeah.
As a main eventer. He always wanted to. And if you think that this thing with, that thing with Evil and Naito was like a spur of the moment, it's COVID, let's pitch a new guy. It wasn't. Kato always wanted to push Evil. You can look back at the 2017 G1 when Okada was literally invincible. Only one man beat him. Evil. Because Geto always wanted to push Evil. That being said, this gimmick sucks, and because it's New Japan, he's done it for way too long, and it still sucks, and I hate it, and they keep pushing him.
I liked him when he was good and tag teaming with Sonata and LIJ, because it was stupid, and his whole thing at the time was like, I love Halloween. like
my name's Evil.
If what's his face Malachi Black is like actually a Satanist, Evil's like I like Halloween. You know what I mean? And that's what I liked about him because he was so fucking corny in a fun way. But then as soon as he tried to be like, no, for real though, I was like, no,
I'm actually evil.
I always have a little like. I totally agree with all your takes on Evil, but I have a little bit of a soft spot for him because when
he's spooky. I get it.
No. I'm going to tell you exactly why. I mean, kind of that, but when New Japan did that show in Hammerstein Ballroom where there was some carny bullshit pulled. So in wrestling, if you guys don't know, listening to the show, when you do a live wrestling event, I bet it's this way in the most cities, but in New York City, you legally have to have medical on call. So an ambulance has to be there, and you legally cannot do the show if there isn't an ambulance by. Someone called the ambulance the morning of the show and told them that it was canceled. There's speculation on who did this. I'm thinking a McMahon of some sort, but
I remember this
because he was very pissed off. It was rumored that certain WWE people were very angry that New Japan did that WrestleMania show in Madison Square Garden. Yes. So I was at this show and it was delayed, and it was getting longer and longer. and the crowds are getting pretty fucking lit because if you've never been to a show in Hammerstein Ballroom, it's a confluence of the most dangerous kind of wrestling fans. Wrestling fans from Manhattan, from the Bronx, New Jersey, and Long Island, because you're by all the trains. So everyone's just really shit-faced. First,
even Queens.
Even Queens. I was there too.
Yeah. Well,
it's like you got all the boroughs and you got Bridge and Tunnel. It's just fucking bad news. And first, a Asian executive comes out and literally prostrates in the middle of the ring, head down, in his hands, going, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Rocky Romero sees this and goes, oh, fuck. So he grabs him out. He's like, what's up, New York? It's Rocky Romero. Who wants a t-shirt? We're just figuring some stuff out. So, like, Rocky saves the show. Finally, the ambulance shows up. The show happens. It's like, but it was like delayed by like 2 hours or something. The show itself was really fun. So at the end of the show, Evil comes out with a microphone and goes, it's getting dark. He goes, New York, it's getting dark. But we love you. We love wrestling. And I was just like, hell yeah, Evil. Take the burn for the company. Because it was like his thing was that I'm spooky. So it's like, it's getting dark in a metaphorical sense, but also it was like close to 1 a.m. or some shit.
It's been dark, Evil. It's getting dark.
So
okay, that's a cool story.
I always have a soft spot for Evil, just like. But with that said, mid wrestler, his gimmick makes no sense anymore. Like, put him on commentary, get him out of there. Like,
I don't even really want to be mad at Evil. It's the same thing with like Great O'Khan. We're like, the guy sounds great. Everything I hear about the guy Great O'Khan seems like he's based and goated. So, but it's like what? It's the New Japan's thing where they keep people in gimmicks for too long. And then like the turn on Naito is good.
Yeah.
But ever since then, we all agree nobody likes this. Nobody likes this. So the Japanese crowds hate House of Torture. Show, I texted you about Show, and like he has regressed.
He's not good
since he left. And he made it to the Final Four, and everyone was mad.
It just didn't make sense. There was a lot of stuff this tournament that didn't make sense. I mean, we talked about a lot last week. New Japan seems messy right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's just, I'm like, girl, what are you doing?
I think it is partially their fault, but I will also throw in here that I think New Japan is being a little cucked by the powerhouse that is All Elite Wrestling.
It's true. They are being cucked by them a little bit, but to be fair, like, New Japan has had and I know they got fucked a little bit with that LA Dojo shit, you know, because they were trying to do that American show and then whatever. But with that said, I really think, like, even before AEW came on the scene, they should have been putting things in the works. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think they thought Sonata Evil were going to work more than they did.
Yeah.
I think COVID hurt them pretty badly, too. COVID hurt everybody, but it hurt them worse than it hurt AEW. That's for sure.
It's so nice to hear the Japanese crowds again, I will say that.
It is. It is nice hearing them chant for Naito and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I think New Japan's okay. Well, here's what I will say, actually. I take that back, because we're gonna get another Sonata Evil fucking main event. Another Sonata Evil title match in like September or whatever, and
I feel like their breakup was like so far in everyone's mind that it doesn't even register. And if anyone was emotionally affected by that, it was Hiromu.
Hiromu? Yes, Hiromu is the one who cares about the idea of LIJ.
Yeah, he's the only one that cares. He's in the group chat.
Naito cares.
I'm in the group chat, like, you guys want to come out to karaoke? And like, no one gets back to him. And he's like, okay, well, I got the booth, so I'm here. Like,
yeah, this feels like one of those things where it's like New Japan does like long-term storytelling and all this stuff, but this feels like one of those things where Gato's like, Sonata and Evil, they used to tag. Remember that, guys? I'm like, yeah, we all remember. We just don't care.
Yeah.
No one cares. No one cares about them being in LAJ. 4 years ago together.
Yeah, it was like, it just feels like a lifetime ago. You know what I mean?
This isn't Omega. Like, this isn't Omega Ibushi. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Gato? Like, no one cares. This isn't, I don't know, another tag team that broke up. The Hardys or something? Edge
yeah, yeah. It's just like, they weren't like legendary.
No.
They were kind of funny even when they were together. You're just like, look at these ding-dongs, you know? Like,
yeah. Okay, this does bring me to one name that I think New Japan has been sleeping on, who's been there, has credibility, can wrestle, can talk, can do it all. Zack Sabre Jr.
Yo.
Can we push him instead?
He's so good.
He's earned it.
I thought they were gonna do some more with him when he got that really funny belt and he started looking like Dolph Lundgren. I'm like, here we go. Because I love Zach. I'm a huge ESJ stan. We've covered this. I'm hoping they do. I want them to.
I feel like they have to. They're getting pushed into a... They're running out of guys.
They're running out of guys.
If Ospreay leaves...
And honestly... With AEW getting its tendrils in the Japanese community, like, they're overbooked right now, don't get me wrong, but who knows? You never know. Although I don't think Zach would ever come to the United States. I mean, I know he does shows here, but that kid seems like he has a life.
I think Zach likes New Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, AEW, just to be fair, AEW has... Jay White, well, the Kota Ibushi thing, that's a whole other mess, but Jay White and Kota Ibushi.
I gotta tell you, the was it Bullet Club Gold?
Yes.
Mwah, that shit is lit.
Yeah. It's good. It's good stuff. That's good shit right there.
Yeah.
Cardboard Jay White.
Yo. I used to have a lot of complicated feelings towards Juice Robinson when he was in New Japan, but in this Honeycomb Monster iteration as Jay White's simp, I'm like, this works so well. And I've always thought Jay was like a superstar, and it's cool to finally over here see him being used correctly. Anyway, I didn't mean to digress, but
No.
He's just really good.
Yeah. No, Bullet Club Gold deserve to be put over. They're putting in the work. They're doing some fun stuff. So I guess we could work our way backwards from the finals here, Katie. Unless do you want to go through the semifinals really quick and then get to the finals, or go backwards to the finals?
Yeah,
let's go from semifinals first?
Yeah.
Sure. Evil beat Sonata in 60 minutes, 16 seconds. I thought this fucking sucked ass.
It sucked! I was so bored. I started looking at soap on Amazon. I'm like, what is happening?
It sucked.
Right, and there was no chemistry or anything, and it's like, you're gonna tell me I'm supposed to be excited about this? Get real.
It's like, it's like it's made up. Like, this whole idea of like, LIJ.
You know what?
Partners.
Evil should just leave New Japan and go to WWE to be Io's chauffeur. That would be sick. Yeah, if he was like, if he like put on armor and he's like a really hulking dude who's like just Io Shirai's simp.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That'd be great. Yeah, do that instead. Also, release Show. Send Show back into the wild. Release him.
Yeah. Let him game.
Yeah. Kazuchika Okada defeated Zack Sabre Jr. in 21 minutes, 46 seconds via the Rainmaker. I thought this was a very good match. They've had better. But
these two are never going to have a bad match.
Yeah. Zack, the story continues of Zack basically feeling like he's always a nearly man. He never wins the big ones. He's won the New Japan Cup twice, but he's never won the G1, and he never won the world title.
I just feel like they're never going to give it to them. And I feel like he really deserves it, but I just don't think he's going to get it.
He's, like, better than people they've given it to at this point. Like,
unequivocally.
They're running out of guys. Yeah. I mean, Sonata and Evil, I mean, I'd much rather see a Zack Sabre main event. Push that man instead, Gato. Will Ospreay defeats David Finlay in 17 minutes, 21 seconds. I thought this was also a very good match. However, it had a lot of hijinks going on. So be warned.
Yeah.
It was not a straight up
Finley is a real hijinks kind of guy.
Well, it's interesting. Most of Finley's matches, he usually just fights clean. Well, he'll, like, rake an eye or whatever.
Yeah.
But he usually doesn't do the interference gimmick as much. But in this match, it was essentially a captain's fall 6-man tag. With all the guys coming in and fighting and shit.
This felt like a Western match. Because New Japan usually doesn't do this for the big ones. They usually just do like a traditional, straightforward match. So I was actually like kind of surprised to see this. And I'm not mad or glad about it. It's just like interesting to me, you know? Yeah.
I mean, it's still Ospreay, and I think Finley had a low-key very good tournament, and
me too.
I wouldn't say I'm high on Finley, but I'm a Finley supporter.
Yeah,
I'm willing to give him a chance.
He's someone that I kind of like didn't care about at first, and then I'm just like, he's just a good wrestler.
He's just putting the work in. He's playing to his character.
Yeah.
He fights like a badass. I'm not like a huge as there's a helicopter.
I do hear that. Are you? Are you running from the law?
Yeah, that one is low. I apologize. But he plays to his character and he hits hard. I would like him to bulk up a little bit, and I usually don't get on wrestlers about this type of thing. But because his character is like, I'm a badass fighter, I wish he had like a little more mass.
Yeah, or something.
A little more on the arms, you know. But a little more Shingo-y looking for his character, you know. But I thought he's been good, and Ospreay wins here again. Tetsuya Naito defeated Hikuleo in 13 minutes 11 seconds. Okay. Listen.
Go.
This is not a great match. Was it even good? Probably not, if I'm being honest with you.
Okay.
But I will say, I don't know. I thought Hikuleo, I thought he tried. I don't want to bury Hikuleo. I feel like he worked hard in this tournament. He's just not,
I feel like I went in on too hard of him last week. It's like not his fault.
he's not really grade 1 level though. Yet I think he still could get there, but he's in a bad spot cuz like he's like a big guy. They're trying to present him like a monster. Like he came in second in the A block. He's just not there yet. And that's not a crime, but he's not there yet. He's not there yet. That's all I can say. Katie?
Yeah, I agree. You know, it was like it wasn't a terrible match. I'm just like, what?
It wasn't terrible.
I was just I'm just confused about the point of view of this whole tournament.
Yeah, I mean, they're putting Hikuleo in these spots to see if he gets over, I feel like. And he gets some reactions.
I mean, I guess it is like we're saying, like they're trying to figure out who they already have that they can start pushing. So I appreciate the idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
And they do love big boys in New Japan.
They need that Western monster, or from wherever, monster.
Oh my god, just side note, did you watch any of the matches that Eddie was on commentary for on the US stream?
Yes.
Oh, yes. you know I'll be loving this shit right here.
He was the Tetsuya Naito Tanahashi match. He's like, man, I was so blessed to call that with you, brother. That was great. That was such a great match.
He's such a bad person to have on commentary in the sense that he's so inside baseball because he's just like such a nerd about it. He's like, oh, that looked like that hurt. And then he'll be like very sincerely. And they'll be like, oh, I love that move. And I'm just like, Eddie.
Yeah, it reminds me of what something Chono used to do in 87. It's like, all right, Eddie.
Yeah, exactly. God.
Even no one knows.
I love it so much.
The hardcores.
He's such a fucking dork ass.
Oh, yeah, it's like what Keiji Moto did in '94. I guess. Eddie, sure. Shades of Tatsumi Fujinami. Yeah, no, Eddie Kingston on commentary was gold. I loved it.
It felt like a Make-A-Wish Foundation thing. That is
Remember he used to do commentary at AEW back in the
in the early
days when he was a heel? Yeah. Yeah, it was fun stuff. He would do Dark sometimes.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Him and Big Show. When Shivani wasn't there.
Oh, God. This company has moved so fast. I forget who they have.
I know.
Where's Mark Henry? Is he okay? Like,
yeah. He's every now and then he pops up on Rampage.
Yeah, to just be like, still have this job.
Yeah, I'm still here sometimes. So we had the semifinals at Ryogoku and the finals the following night. The first semifinal match, Evil, was defeated by Okada in 18 minutes and 18 seconds via Rainmaker after Okada John Cena his way, overcame the odds, beat up everybody, and beat Evil as well. He gave him the Everything is Evil STO, then gave him a Rainmaker. So he vanquished Evil.
No shit.
I don't know. It's an Evil match.
Yeah, it's fine.
Honestly, you know what? Skip it. Don't watch this.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched this already, fuck it, skip it. You don't need to watch this. Honestly,
it's not that important.
Okada won. Who cares?
Yeah.
And
you already knew he was gonna win. Like, if it went down any other way, I would have been way more angry.
Yes. That's the thing about Evil. It's like it's not like the type of thing where I'm watching so he get his ass kicked. I just breathe a sigh of relief every time he loses.
Yeah.
Like, thank God. Thank God that's over.
Yeah.
So Tetsuya Naito defeats Will Ospreay. 29 minutes, 58 seconds. Oh, almost bit my tongue there. Oh my God.
Take a breath.
Imagine I just bit my tongue and bled out in the middle of this podcast.
Oh my God. Well, I don't think you're wrong calling out all those times I threw up on the mic because I tried to drink water and I started laughing.
No, it's
fine.
I got you, fam. Tetsuya Naito wins. I love this match. I thought it was a match of the year candidate.
It was sick.
I went full 5 stars on it. I loved it.
Woo!
Thought it told a beautiful story. Will Ospreay was killing him dead. And Naito just wouldn't stay down.
Maybe Naito's a Saiyan. He has to go to the brink of death before he can bring it around. I mean, that's the old Kota Ibushi move. Kota would only go beast mode until you really slap him around a little bit, and then all of a sudden he's like, "No, I like that you're slapping me around, and now I am mad."
Yeah. Particular thing I liked in this match, at one point they teased a count out, not a count out like from outside the ring, like Naito was dead, like a standing 10 count in the middle of the ring, which is a rare. They never have that finish. But that's how much Ospreay beat the fuck out of him. That Red Shoes was like, fuck it. 1, 2. And Naito shoves Red Shoes away, eats a hidden blade to the face, and still kicks out. Holds on just long enough to hit some Destinos and win. I loved it.
I love it. It
was the best match of the whole G1, in my opinion.
I would agree. Yeah, I agree with that. It's pretty high bar compared to everything else.
Yeah. It was a little sloppy in parts, but I feel like that added to it. Like, there's a couple of spots where I feel like, they were like, I don't know if they were on the different pages or like.
That's just wrestling, baby.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Naito just woke up to get this ass beating. I think is what happened.
Yeah, there's if you're watching this, it's not like a perfectly executed match, but it feels like a struggle. Yeah, like a real Titanic thing that Naito to overcome. William Ospreay, who he never defeated. Yep. And so that leads us to the final. So as soon as Naito beat Ospreay, I'm like, fuck, he's winning this whole thing. He's beating Okada. Naito and Okada are currently the 2 biggest stars in New Japan. Okada, at one point it was 1A, 1B, but recently it felt like Okada sitting alone at the top because he beat Naito 4 straight times recently.
Yo.
Yeah. So they never had a G1 final together though. It's the one thing. All the matches they've had, all those big main events. 3 Wrestle Kingdom main events.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. 3 Dome main events, but not one G1 final together. But here they were for the first time. And Naito does a Rainmaker into a Destino and puts Okada away.
That's right, bitch.
And yeah.
We love to see it.
Beautiful. Not quite as good as the Osprey match, I thought, but
it was still really good, though.
Yeah, it was great. One of the top 3 G1 matches for sure.
I don't know,
I would say.
If he got his renewable batteries put in or whatever, but those last 2 matches, he's like, oh yeah, did you guys remember I'm Naito? And I'm like, oh yeah, yay!
I'm gonna turn it on. Yeah, he turned it on. And Tetsuya Naito is somebody who I think in a Tokyo Dome main event, he's always gonna deliver.
Oh yeah.
Now, that being said, Katie, who's his opponent gonna be at the Tokyo Dome? Sonata, right? It's Sonata. It's gonna be Sonata, right?
Be Sonata.
It can't be anyone else. There's no other. He only has the evil match lined up. Right?
Sucks.
It does suck. It sucks.
It's not his fault.
It sucks.
Oh, but that sucks.
Sonata's not a Dome main eventer.
He just isn't.
He's just not. Like, what is this? Like,
what is this? I think we're entering a dark ages, man. I'm not feeling good about it.
I mean, I'm trying to think about what to compare this to even. It's like, I don't know.
We're going through a slump. We're going through a growth spurt. Listen, Lawson, I shaved my head once, right? Okay? Fully shaved my head. And when you grow your hair back
20s?
out... No, like, I shaved my head, New Year's, I want to say, into 2021. And, when you grow your hair out from a shaved head, there are phases. And
it doesn't always come back at once.
Sometimes it looks pretty funky. And I feel like that's where New Japan is right now. We're growing it back out, baby. And we're going to get there. But right now, we're going to be wearing a lot of hats. We're going to be making some choices out of necessity and not want. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, I think I understand.
Yeah. It's just, it is what it is.
I'm trying to think of if there's any way to get this belt off of Sonata before the Dome. Like, in most companies, it's like,
take it with a gun.
It's like, in most companies, like, well, it's 5 months, you can easily just do something, but in New Japan, man, it's like, this belt gets defended like 6 times a year. It's like, yeah, it's not a... I don't know, fuck. It's actually depressing to think about Sonata main eventing the Tokyo Dome. It's, like, depressing.
It bums me out.
Like, what is...
It's like...
I don't know.
It's like booking your dream vacation, but then you have to take the person that annoys you most with you on the plane. And I'm just like, I don't want to.
But why though? The rest of the Dome might be amazing, but still the fact that that's the main.
It's the principle of the thing. It is.
You know what, Katie?
There's no respect.
Because I'll tell you this, I'm pretty sure we're getting Okada and Bryan Danielson at that Wrestle Kingdom.
Well, that'll be tight.
I think Okada's going to get his win back at the Dome. I think that was the deal from Forbidden Door, so... Well,
like, I mean, that will be fucking
the
delightful.
Real main event. Yeah.
That's the main event.
That'll be the real main event.
In my heart.
Yeah, so... Wrestle Kingdom can still be good, but, good for Naito, though. He's the king.
Yeah, I love Naito, man. He's the best.
You want to do some quick hitter stuff about the G1 overall? Just quick thoughts about everybody. There's a lot of folks. We could go fast.
If you want. I mean, I feel like we talk so much about it, but if there's...
Well, now it's over, though, so we can... This could be our final stamp.
Okay, so you just want to go down everybody and say how we feel about their G1?
Just like... Yeah. Well, we could do, remember the tier list thing we did at the beginning?
Okay, yes.
We could quickly put them into tiers. We thought how the... I don't know.
That's memory hold. I don't remember what I said.
Well, we had expectation tiers, and now we can have final performance tiers.
Okay.
And see how they
align. That. Okay.
So, yeah, we go fast. Sonata, C tier for me. Katie?
C tier.
Yep, agreed. Hikuleo, C tier for me.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yotsusuji, A tier.
A tier, baby. That's my son.
Mm-hmm. He's the future. He's actually the best chance this company has.
Yeah.
Ren Narita.
I'm like,
Fuck. Oh, all right, B tier.
really?
Yeah.
He's like a C plus.
He's like
for
C
me.
plus, B minus. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
guess B minus is nicer, and I don't
Yeah.
have ill will towards him.
I was thinking about how nice I wanted to be. It's somewhere in there.
Yeah.
We're on the same page. It's somewhere. It's B minus C plus for sure. Kaito Kiyomiya, A plus tier.
Yeah. I
I would
agree.
say.
I wish he had made it further.
Yeah,
It's so stupid.
He's, I think, definitely the best wrestler in the block. So, Shota Umino, B tier. I think B tier.
Yeah, I would say I would put him in B. He's pretty good.
Yeah. He had a better tournament than Ren,
That's for
but
sure.
not as good as Tsuji. That's
Yes.
really All right, Gabe Kidd. Now I know I put this guy over huge at the beginning, and it's not that I'm not walking this back at all, but I will say
Just based
that-
on the G1.
just based on the G1, he did a lot of character stuff, and I don't think he really showed what he could do in full. He did have a couple of good, cool performances, but I have to be honest, and I will put him at also low B tier.
Yeah, I was gonna say B for him. I think he's got more in him, but he decided to go that route, and I respect it. But I'm like, the G1 is about physical prowess. Leave the character stuff for fucking Yano.
Yeah, I agree. I wish he didn't do all that, but I'm sure it was Gato's orders, so Chase Owens F tier, get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Get him out of the tournament.
Smoke break. It's like Chase Owens is so funny to me because it's like I go off about how much I fucking hate Yoshihashi, but it's like at least he makes me feel something, and that's hatred. Chase Owens, I'm just like, wait, this guy? Okay, what? Like,
yeah. Get him out. B block, Kazuchika Okada, A tier.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, what'd you say, Katie? You agreed?
No, I agreed, yeah.
Okay, word. Will Ospreay, S tier?
Yes, S tier.
Yeah, yep. El Phantasmo, high B, low A?
Say he's an A. He was an A for me, but I won't.
Yeah, he was a little. I think I expected more from him, but he definitely was good.
I think he's got really good matches. Actually, B plus because we haven't gotten to Ishii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you put a Phantasmo in A, I wouldn't. That's the Taichi. Also B plus.
Yeah, B plus. Yeah.
B plus tier. Tangaloa, F. But here, okay, but not in a mean way, not in a Chase Owens way. This man had one leg, and he's Tangaloa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to start, if he was Tetsuya Naito, and he had an injured knee, that'd be one thing, but he's Tangaloa, and he has an injured knee.
I'm like,
he was always gonna be the worst wrestler.
He needs to go to the hospital. Like, yes. What is he doing?
Like, if there was gonna be a worse wrestler than him, you'd have to really be bad.
Yeah.
Because he was on one leg.
Yeah, it's like not his fault.
And he's not a top guy to begin with. Yeah. He's lower quarter to begin with.
We wish him a speedy recovery. We're not telling him to get the fuck out of here like Chase Owens.
No, I'm not telling him to get out of here. I wish he would have rested the knee, and I wish they would replace him with Tom Waller or somebody healthy.
Yeah.
Wanted to be there. Kenta, F tier, but actually, man, this pains me. But actually, Kenta, get the fuck out of here. I really hated Kenta during this tournament. I hated him.
So phoned in.
He didn't care at all.
In a way that I'm almost like, are you like...
This is the G1, bro.
Like, in a way that I'm like, I think he needs, like, a mental health intervention or something, because, like, that's...
You might be right.
It, like, reminds me when your, like, coworker is, like, going through a breakup or something. You're like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? You know you're on television, right? Like...
I almost wanted to ask, like, I was like, you have a better place to be right now, Kenta? You got something else to do, bro?
That's the vibe. I'm like, you don't have to wrestle. You don't have to wrestle. Because, like, I wasn't quite as harsh on him as you when we first started the show, but throughout the G1, I literally was like, are you, like, did you double book? Like, do you have, like, a haircut appointment after this? Clearly not.
Yeah.
Because you look crazy.
Like, he wrestled better than Tongaloa, sure. He wrestled better than Chase Owens, sure. Because he's just more talented than them.
Yeah.
And Tongaloa was injured.
But his attitude was
care at all.
He, like,
yeah, Tongaloa was out there trying. Tongaloa was doing his goddamn best on one leg with half the talent that Kenta has. And Kenta's out here just fucking sleepwalking.
And the thing about New Japan wrestling is even the worst guy is super passionate about being there, and that was
Yoshihashi.
So
Tongaloa.
Yeah. I hate Yoshihashi. He loves his life, dog.
He tries so hard though.
But like, so that's what was so jarring about Kenta is like I literally never see that energy on there. Like,
he's just
it was really
dead.
like weird.
He was a wet fish walking around.
Yeah, it was like concerning.
I mean, even Ospreay barely was just able to get a good match out of him. It was like Ospreay brought like something out of him. Like that was the one.
Honestly, they should have just gotten that rag doll from DDT to take his place. Yeah,
that would have had more energy.
He has great matches. Yoshihiko. Yeah, I couldn't remember her name.
has more energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kenta. Honestly, I was like, Kenta, go back to NOAH or WWE or something, man. This is not it, bro.
I don't think he should be wrestling.
Well,
he doesn't seem to want to wrestle. Is the thing. Right.
Maybe he's just really hurt, but like, man, I don't know. Other people are hurt, and I
don't know.
They're trying. Great-O-Khan again without malice. D tier. He just doesn't do anything that's good.
Yeah.
He just,
like he's not. I'm not like fuck you forever, but I am like why?
No, I'm not. But the Ospreay match again was good. Ospreay is an S tier because he brought good matches out of the worst guys on the block. So
Ospreay could wrestle a plastic bag and you'd be like 5 stars.
Exactly. Yoshihashi, I'll put him in C+ tier, even though I know you hate him, Katie. But what do you want to put him? He tried.
He tried. That's what's so crazy about this G1 is that I'm hemming and hawing about where I put Yoshihashi. That should really signal some concerns to this company. That I'm like, I can't just automatically put him in F tier. No, I'm not giving him C+. I'm just giving him C.
Fair enough.
But
totally fair.
But it still amazes me.
Yeah. I thought him and Okada was actually really good. That was the best.
Yeah, I was like, he's wrestling. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing he just has so much less natural talent than like most people in this company that it's like I get why that he has fans. There's like people out there who like really love Yoshihashi. It's because he's like so much less talented, obviously. It's like so obvious, but like he does try. C block, David Finlay. I can't quite go A, but I'll give him B+.
I think that's fair. He was pretty good.
He was a good backbone for the block.
Yeah.
Evil F. Fuck off, man. With this gimmick.
Give him an F?
I skipped all his matches. I didn't want to watch them.
I'll give him a D.
I just didn't want to watch him.
I understand, but he knows the fundamentals of wrestling, and he does, and he wants to be there. So,
what bothers me more, Katie, is that I know he's a better wrestler than this. Because like after the Dick Togo Garrote Wire shit happens, then he'll like have a good 2-minute match in there.
Yeah,
and I'm like, just take out the other shit.
I agree. He's not.
But
quite F tier for me. Like I don't
That's fine.
have that
That's
visceral, upsetting feeling of, you know what I mean? You have to really make me feel a way to throw you in F tier.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Man, I've thrown 4 people in F tier. I'm really...
He's cranky.
I'm on one today. Tomatonga, B tier. Solid as a rock.
I would say.
Solid guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hey, of all these weirdos you're push Tom. Why wasn't he pushed?
Oh yeah, there's another one. That's another one you can push instead of Sonata and Evil. Yeah.
Like, easily.
That's another one.
Easily.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember him? The guy who's been there for a decade?
Yeah. Has the best theme song out of everyone there.
Oh my god, every time it comes on.
Yeah. It's him and Naito. They're the only people with theme songs that are not really nuts.
Well, I love this next man's theme song, Eddie Kingston.
Oh, right.
The world's cold,
Katie. Eddie. Yonkers fun.
I mean, I gotta go A, right?
Yeah.
We're biased, but...
We are biased, but his matches
whatever.
were really entertaining.
Yeah.
He wants to be there. He understands the ethos of Japanese wrestling so well.
He was really over, too. He was really over.
Love him there. I'm going to say something controversial. I think he should stay. I think
You're not
he
the
should
first
stay
to say that, Katie.
in Japan.
You're not the
he
first.
would be a mega star out there. They
Yeah.
love him because he's a gaijin. He's tough. He's from New York, but also, oh man, such a nice, respectful boy to the honor of Japanese pro wrestling. He
loves Japanese
He's clearly mad, depressed, and has like so much beef. Drugs and all that bad stuff are super illegal out there, so he won't get in trouble. He'll just like keep his head down. I just think it would be the best possible scenario for him.
I obviously would miss him in AEW dearly, but
Of
if
course.
he spent just even a year out there, like if he spent a whole year out there, I think it would. Yeah, other people have suggested this, Katie, and I would miss him, but it's not a terrible point. I mean he's over,
listen,
they love him.
I obviously want him back involved in AEW because he could be on cut those unhinged promos that I love. But like, But he would
and
thrive.
MJF.
He would thrive in New Japan.
I can't imagine living. Like, I can't imagine weird. I can't imagine not having Eddie Kingston MJF promo before I shuffle off this mortal coil, Katie.
Yeah, that's
it has to happen.
It's true.
It's just like destined to happen.
He's already like stopped the cameras from rolling a few times. Like it's gonna. And he's like, I don't give a fuck that we're on basic cable. Keep filming.
Yeah, I'm going to A tier for Eddie. Shingo Takagi, S tier, baby.
Yes, agreed. God, I love Shingo.
S-tier.
I'm such a Shingo simp. I love that guy.
He's the fucking man.
This week he fought a dinosaur. You saw that?
No, what the I missed this. Where was this?
There's a, like, one of those corny, like, Life with Dinosaur exhibits, I guess, that's touring Japan with these, like, giant animatronic robots, and Shingo and Hiromu are, like, promoting it. So first there's, like, a television ad that, like, low-keys implies they're married and raising a child together. Like,
beautiful.
It's like Hiromu's like half asleep in the car, dreaming he's fighting a dinosaur, and he wakes up and like Shingo's in his like normal clothes, wearing like glasses, driving a car with like a little kid in the backseat. Like, when are we seeing the dinosaurs? Anyway, they did a promo event. The first one, Hiromu fights the fake animatronic dinosaur in full ring gear, like the eyeballs and everything. And then Shingo showed up to the exhibit recently in his little gear, and he's like taking pictures with cardboard cutouts of himself. And it's just like,
oh my God.
He's like fighting a T-Rex. It's very stupid.
Beautiful.
I love it so much.
it's God bless Pure Nesu. Yeah, Shingo, the fact that I had to watch Shingo lose to Evil was a crime.
It was
Gato committed to me personally.
That's offensive to me.
What Gato did by having Evil beat Shingo. Like that.
I'm sorry. I know this shit is pretend, but like, no.
That was too much. It was a step too far, Gato.
It was a step too far.
Okay. I'm about to cancel Gato for that. Can we cancel him for booking
I'm not canceling Gato, but
no, yeah, I know.
Come on, man. I know he's your friend, but come on, man.
So, yeah, he does love Evil. Someone in my Discord said, after Evil beat Shingo, he said, Gato can no longer be considered one of the top bookers. Based on this one match outcome.
I mean...
It wasn't even for the finals. It was
this
Evil made it to the semis.
Shingo, this whole Evil Sonata plot does have me questioning things up and over there.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I don't know if it's all Gato. I know Dick Togo has some creative pull, but I blame whoever's in charge.
Doing it.
Whoever's doing this, stop.
Go to therapy or whatever.
Go to therapy. Men would rather push Evil than go to therapy. C Block, Mikey Nichols. Here's a surprise. I say B+. I thought he was really good. Surprisingly
give him
good.
a B, but yeah, I thought he did really good. I was surprised. I knew not a lot about him, and I enjoyed his matches.
Yeah, he's the taller but more generic looking one in TMDK.
Yeah.
And but he split himself hard way a couple times with headbutts. He was really, he was trying, and he's actually a tag guy who knows he's not getting pushed. And he was out there trying.
That's what I'm saying. They want it, bro. There's so many dudes that want it. You could have just not come to work, man. You didn't have to be here.
We could have got Tom Lawler or someone else. Fred Rosser?
Yeah, I felt bad for Tom Lawler.
Yeah, I can't believe when he was like, I really wanted to be in G1. And I was like, word? They put in these fuckers over you?
Yeah, I felt bad. I genuinely felt bad for him.
Jesus. Here's the big shocker of the whole tournament for me, Katie Rose. Hanare, I'm putting him in A tier, baby.
Really?
And that's no cap. I thought he had a great tournament. No cap. I
don't have any strong opinions about him, but that's cool to have a shakeup in here.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the Shingo match was one of the top 5 matches of the tournament.
It was pretty good.
The Ishii match was great. The Mikey Nichols match was really good out of nowhere. And the Finley match was alright. The Eddie Kingston match was also really good.
The Eddie Kingston match was pretty lit. I'm gonna put him at a B+ just because I don't feel as strongly, but I like
totally fair.
I like this direction. Keep up it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're looking for who did something, who surpassed expectations this tournament, him and Tsuji, I think, are the two people who stepped up.
Yeah.
Tomohiro Ishii, down at the bottom of the block with 4 points.
Poor guy.
But S fucking tier, because he's still the man.
Spirit of this competition. I would watch him fight anyone because he drags the craziest matches out of people.
Yes. Yeah. He made Hanare. Like, Hanare getting that big win on him was a huge win for Hanare. The Eddie Kingston match, I mean, fucking, do we have to say?
No sell kings.
Yeah, it was beautiful. The Finley had one of his best matches with Ishii.
That was really good.
Yeah. Him and Shingo had that awful crowd, but they still had a really good match.
That wasn't their fault. Crowd. People were just crabby. It's really hot in Japan, you know what I mean? It's probably just really humid in that gymnasium.
Yeah. Him and Tonga was banged. Who's the only person who didn't have a great match with him? Fucking Evil. That's why I put him down in F. But him and Mikey Nichols on the last night, so they're kind of telling this story with Ishii where it's it might be his last G1. Right. He's getting up there in age. And on this last night, he brainbusters Mikey Nichols in the middle and pins him. And the crowd went wild for a match that on paper had no stakes.
Had nothing.
But the reason the crowd went wild was because they wanted to see Ishii win. That's how over he still is. And the meta story is, if you don't get enough points, you don't get to be in the G1 next year.
Right.
So Ishii at least getting to 4 means maybe we'll get to see him next year. Which I can't imagine the G1 without him.
Bro, just let him win something.
Katie, imagine how much worse this G1 would have been without Ishii.
It would have been unwatchable. I would have been unwatchable.
It's what am I watching? What am I here for? Shingo and Ospreay? That's it? That's out of 32 people?
Yeah.
So yeah, the Short King, Tomohiro Ishii, the Stone Pitbull GOAT. D block. Now it's not, okay, if it was just block composition.
D block?
D block? Naito, I'd probably have like a whole rant about how he didn't do shit and put him in like C tier. But with those last two matches, I will bump him up to B, and that's it, because I still hold the rest of the tournament against him.
I agree. Like, those last couple matches were lit, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, bro, where were you?
Where were you, bro? There was a whole tournament.
We were wondering if you were okay.
Yeah. Where were you, bro? Where were you?
Yeah.
Thank God. I mean, he's Naito, so he delivered in the big spots.
Yeah.
He still can do that. Yeah. So that's a good sign. But also, there was a whole tournament before this. Like, I can't put you anywhere higher than B tier. If that's, you're just going to show up at the end.
I was concerned.
Yeah. The true backbone of the D block, Zack Sabre Jr., A tier.
Oh, yeah, A tier. I love Zack.
Yeah.
Justice for Zack. You listening to me? Yeah. Gato?
Yes.
Justice for Zack!
You have this guy working over all the young guys this year with his TV title. That's cute and all. But you need, like, some real top guys now. And that's one of your better options. Mm-hmm. It's fucking him, Tama Tonga. Like, you go back to Shingo. We all love Shingo.
Yeah.
Well, if you go back to Shingo, no one's going to complain.
No one even blink an eye if one day Shingo just came out with a heavyweight and you didn't explain.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, okay. Right.
If you just book Shingo versus Sonata, like, in November and he just beats him, and then that's the Dome main event, no one's going to complain. No one's going to be mad if you do Shingo and Naito at the Dome. In fact, that sounds fucking awesome.
There'll be, like, no shots of women crying in the audience over that one. They'll just be like, hey.
Yeah. So anyway, Push Zack is the main point here. Jeff Cobb, that's another guy. I mean, he's a gaijin.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to make him your world champion, but he was good. I put him in B tier.
He was B tier for me too. He really, I never want to, I already went on this rant. I never want to like Jeff, and he always is, I'm like, I'm having a great time, Potato Man. Let's go. Like,
former Olympian, Jeff Cobb. Yeah. I thought he was good. Alice Coughlin, kind of similar to the Gabe Kidd thing. He's got a ton of potential.
Yeah.
I think that's obvious if you saw some of the spots he did.
I gotta be real with you. I'm getting a couple of these new gaijins confused.
Okay, so Coughlin's the guy with the mustache, the strong man with the mustache.
That's what I thought. Yeah. He was pretty good. Like, I think he's really green.
Yes. He didn't have any great matches. He had some cool spots.
Yes.
No cohesive, like, great match, but, like...
Yeah.
You can tell he's got the pieces, you just gotta put it together.
Yeah, he's just really new. I feel confident that he's gonna grow into it.
Yeah, now him and Gabe Kidd are gonna be future players for sure. They both got upside. Tanahashi, the man is washed, we've said this.
Yeah.
Now, he worked so fucking hard.
He loves his goddamn company so bad.
Bro, nobody loves, like, pro wrestling more than Tanahashi, I don't think.
I've seen this man cry about pro wrestling so many times. Anytime there's, like, some speech with, like, a garland of roses, he's in the background of the stage sobbing.
Yes. And he is a wrestling genius in the sense that, given the state of his body, every night he went out there and had as good as a match his body could fucking give him.
Yeah.
Like, he gave everything in every match.
Yeah.
So I can't possibly shit on him. His matches weren't great because he's washed, but they were all good. So I'll put him in B tier.
I agree. Yeah.
He's not like S tier Tanahashi, like, back in the mid-aughts.
I'm not mad about a Tanahashi match. He's giving me entertainment, okay?
Yeah, he's working. He's giving you everything you could hope for. He's giving you everything. So, B tier, and, you know, as long as his body is at least this good, he'll probably stay there because he'll keep trying. Mm-hmm. Hiroki Goto, what a weird one.
He had a weird one.
Where was this man during this tournament? Did I ever? I don't think he was bad ever, but, like, where the fuck was he?
I think he was just kind of thrown in the mix to be there.
He was just kind of there.
Yeah.
I guess C+. I don't know. He's kind of fallen off.
It's kind of because, like, you know, if they're like, Yoshihashi's here, we have to have him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say C+ is fair, and it's not even that I have beef with him, it's just, like, he just, like, wasn't really there.
He was, like, invisible, though. I'm trying to remember. I guess he had a Naito main event, and I remember he had a Tanahashi match. but I don't remember a lot that he did. Yeah. So
I remember him walking to the ring, and I don't even remember who he was fighting.
Yeah. Goto in his prime was like an A-tier wrestler. He was really good in his prime. And the fact that he never won the world title, but Evil and Sonata have, is kind of a travesty. Because he was better than both of them. But he's old now, and he's fucked. Shane Haste, I like Shane Haste a lot. Another guy that was kind of invisible, though.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of don't have an opinion
C+.
on him.
Yeah. I'll put him in C+. The Sabre match was good, and that's all I remember that he did. Toriano, I always put him like in C, but I know you love him.
S tier, so. The king, number one, the greatest there ever was, there ever is, and there ever will be. My man Toriano. He used to be a psycho, and then something fractured in his psyche, and now he just wants you to come visit where he lives. He wants you to buy the DVD. He wants you. I will say, Mustache Boy almost killed him. That's like the roughest match I've seen that man do in years. It was crazy.
Oh, I totally forgot about that, to be honest with you. Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
like, I almost did
they beat the shit out of him. They threw all the big metal barriers at him, and I was like, damn, Yano, you okay? You doing a death match on G1?
Bro, if Yano starts doing death matches, bro, I'll be all in. He calls out Moxley. Wait, that's how Moxley gets his revenge on him, finally. He challenges Toriano to a death match.
Yeah, Yano brings a knife to the ring.
Moxley brings his DVD to the ring.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was, we did it, Katie. That was everybody. Those were our thoughts. Everyone in G1. Now we don't have to talk about the G1, ever again. Until next year. Until next year. Want to talk about AEW a little bit and then call it a show?
Sure.
I got a couple little topics here. One is just funny. Have you seen Lucha Moxley, Katie?
No.
So, they had a match with the Lucha Brothers.
Yes.
On Dynamite.
Oh, and they stole his mask.
Yes. Okay. No, but before that, Moxley did Phoenix's roll-through cutter.
Oh, move. Shit.
But it's like, but he's Moxley.
So he can't really do it.
I mean, he did do it. It wasn't graceful. It didn't look right. It didn't make any sense.
It's like Rey Fenix is a classically trained lucha wrestler and has all the graces of that. Moxley is a guy who learned to wrestle between literally fist fighting in Cleveland, Ohio, and he has a story about stealing PlayStations and selling them off the back of a truck when he was 9. So that's like if you watch the Dark Side of the Ring about MDK, there's like literally he just like talks about that. So you know, imagine a move honed by a wrestler from a long line of traditional, Mexican wrestlers and all the skill and technician, and then this like dude who like just quit drinking.
He's a year and a half sober. All he drinks is blood, but he does do forward rolls into cutters.
Yeah.
It's just the gift going around. It's not even he did the whole move. It's
I didn't catch that. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I gotta just say something real fast though. So they had that match where Claudio stole Penta's mask, and this is like a very murky thing about me. I get so viscerally upset when someone tears or steals a lucha guy's mask. I get like really upset. I'm like, no, that's special. You can't do it. It's tradition. I feel like a child seeing Batman get shot. You know what I mean? I'm like, he's dead. He's dead now. Like,
yeah.
It really upsets me. And I'm old. Like, I should not be this upset by that, but I get so like viscerally disturbed by it.
Yeah. Honestly, never change, Carol. That's beautiful. Hold on, I found Whoops. Okay, the audio came through there, but that's fine. Here's a link to the Moxley thing, just really quick if you want to see it.
Send it my way. Oh, crying at Lucha Mox. Let's go.
Lucha Mox is everything you've ever dreamed of. He's only doing this because they're fighting against Phoenix.
You know what I respect? That he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try one of those moves, brother. Like,
yeah. I like that roll through cutter thing. Okay?
Cigarette hanging out his mouth. I'm like, what do you call that?
What if after you do it, then I'll do it?
I love it.
Are you sure about that, Box? Yeah, I think I
kind of love it. You know what I mean? He does go for it. He sucks at it, but you know what? I like it. Good for him.
It reminds me of John Cena in 2015 when he started doing a bunch of indie spots.
Yeah.
Just to do them. But yeah. So, last couple things here. So Hikaru Shida is back.
Yes.
KRL. The Ace has returned.
Ooh, baby.
And I bring this up because she has main evented the last 2 Dynamites in a row.
Yes.
Winning the title from Toni Storm. And now she is the champion. And, is this the upturn that the AEW Women's Division has needed? Is this?
I think so.
The kick in the pants.
I am happy to have her back. I still don't totally understand why she wasn't there. I'm sure there's some logistical reason, but like she's just so good. And Tony losing the belt has launched her into my dream gimmick, which she literally did a Sunset Boulevard promo, which, like, let me break you down something from the gays over here, okay? So, do you know the movie Sunset Boulevard,
yes,
Lawson?
I do.
The classic noir.
Yes.
So you guys don't know, it's a classic
I'm ready for
noir.
my close-up.
Yeah, it's a classic noir movie
the pictures got small.
about a actress who goes crazy because the movies go to talkies and she loses her fame. It's like some Grey Garden shit. So now Tony is doing that. She's wearing her hair in curlers, walking around in a robe. She literally threw a shoe at some like promo girl I never seen before. Like, I don't know what gay or probably realistically RJ City is like telling her to do this, but I really hope they let her milk it and let her get really nuts. I want a scene of her like messily putting on lipstick and being like, "You're still the champ to me," or whatever. Like, I want her to go fucking nuts because I'm loving that. Shida, it's so good to see her back in the ring. She's so technically good. And she's exciting to watch. She's like easy to root for. They finally gave her a Jumbotron video that makes fucking sense. Like, you know.
Yeah. Agreed on all points there. And not just that, but at Collision we have Statlander feuding with Mercedes Martinez. And I thought they had a really good match 2 weeks ago.
Dude, Mercedes Martinez and Diamante are the scariest women's tag team I've seen in a long time. I am genuinely intimidated by them. I think I'm so glad they're working together. They are fucking, like, legitimately terrifying to me.
You know what's crazy about Mercedes Martinez is that every time I see her, I'm like, that tall woman's gonna kick everyone's ass. She's 5'6". She's I've looked this up multiple times.
Some people just have that energy. You know me personally, so this might surprise you, but people who don't know me and only have seen my picture tell me they think I'm tall. And I'm like,
oh.
Nope.
Well,
nope.
No. Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, it happened, you know, that's...
But they're like such an intimidating wrecking crew. I like love them together. Man, Collision, man, I just watch it now. Fuck me.
It's a good show.
It's really good. Because you know what? Here's the controversial take here. There's so much good talent out there, and you want everyone to have their moment, especially right now in this industry. But the reality is, to tell really good stories, you got to focus on people. And Collision is like, all right, these are just our set group of people that we're doing. And it's like, that's why it's so good. So it's complicated because it's like, I want so many more people up in this shit. But it's like, they're just focusing on really specific storylines right now, and it's working. And it seems to be produced by a different group of people under the AEW umbrella, and it's like, it's
Punk and FTR have a big hand in it.
That makes sense, you know? Mr. Follow the Rules, you know, sometimes I love you, sometimes you annoy me, but it's fucking good. Like, he gets wrestling.
It's a good show, for sure. I mean, I will say about CM Punk...
Oh, that bitch.
Yes.
Can I say something about CM Punk before you pop off? So when they show in the beginning of Collision, they do that thing I've said I love where everyone talks to the camera about what they're going to do.
Talk to the camera. Mm-hmm.
And the big match last week was, of course, Follow the Rules and CM Punk were going to go up against the juggernauts that are the fucking House of Black. So they're cutting a promo, and it's Punk standing behind FTR because they're slightly shorter than him. And I just sit there and I'm like, look at these old men. Like, Punk looks so old and washed that he ages FTR by like 5 years. Because FTR, when I see them by themselves, I don't think that at all. I'm like, these guys are wrestlers. And I've always liked that their bit is like, we're just two traditional retro wrestlers, 70s style. And like, that works. Mm-hmm. But like,
we love Bret Hart.
Punk. Yeah, and I love Bret Hart, so it works for me. But CM Punk, I don't know what, like, if he didn't drink enough water this week, he looked extra ragged to me this week. And I'm like, you're going to tell me this bitch is going to fight House of Black, three of the most stacked, like, abs-having motherfuckers I've ever seen. You can play xylophone on fucking Buddy's stomach. Brody is, like, a literal landmine. You could hold down a cruise ship with that man. You're gonna tell me CM Punk, who looks like he forgot to take his vitamins, are gonna fight him? Sorry, that's just like...
Wow, you really went out on him, Katie. And man, it would be a real shame if he got buried by both of the hosts. That'd be a real shame for Mr. fucking Phil over here. But let me tell you something. Not only does he look old, Katie, you bury the way he looks, I'm gonna bury his fucking work. Because... Here's the thing, and listen, I was so mad about what he said about Hangman and his feud with the Elite. I've always been more on the Elite side. So sure, maybe I'm biased here. But since he's come back, I thought his first run was great. Yeah. MJF stuff was great.
Well, the Eddie
Kingston feud is great.
I've come around. Yeah. You know, I've publicly shat on him a bunch, but post this thing, I'm like, you know what? Some people still love him, and I get why he works in this situation. But anyway, go on.
Yeah. But no, his first run had a lot of great stuff in it. I enjoyed a lot of it. That was great. Since he's come back, his single matches, because when he sees with FTR, it's different. FTR is great. House of Black's dynamic. They had a fun match on Collision. But his single performances have been GTS, bro. Boring.
Dude,
boring.
He's phoning it in. And
bro, you're Ricky Starks, and I'm fucking going to sleep over here. What is this?
I love Ricky. I've talked about this. I think he's slept on, and I love that they're pushing him, and then I'm so sad that it's like with someone who's like not trying. And
that's what it feels like. It feels like he's just doing the bare minimum. It's really
weird, because all his promos are like about like, it's our time, and I'm Mr. PMA, but it's like, but at the same time, is he is he practicing? Like, is he doing anything? Like
when he preaches? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he doesn't come out there like the best in the world. He doesn't look like even top 20% anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
He looks like a guy who's having regular matches.
If I didn't know how sober he was, I'd ask if he's drinking, because he looked like he just like came off of a bender. Also, now I'm just gonna be real petty, real fast.
Do it.
People who know KRL knows that she is a person that leans radical, in her politics. I'm a progressive person. And I have a history of being suspicious of white men who are a little too vocal about what an ally they are.
Oh, you don't say, Katie Rose. You don't say.
Yeah.
Please go on.
And it's like CM Punk has been nothing but a little bitch. And every week now, because he can't force you to like him, he's like, well, maybe if I wear a supportive t-shirt, So every time he comes out now, he's wearing some cause t-shirt. And don't get me wrong, now more than ever, I do think every straight man on the planet, if you support trans people, you need to be upfront about that because we're like in a Holocaust situation. And I'm a Jew.
We gotta be loud about it.
I'm a Jew. I can say that. Like, it's just straight up. So whatever. You wore the trans. Although he's in support of trans people, but he didn't just wear a support trans kids t-shirt. He wore a t-shirt with his own fucking logo on it with the trans flag, which is a blatant merch grab. And frankly, I find that offensive unless all those proceeds are going to causes, CM Punk, okay? So if I'm not seeing...
I don't know.
If they are, then I'd be fine with it. But if those are going to CM Punk, I'm sorry, bitch. That better be in some sort of fund, like, next week. Anyway, he also came out with a SAG-AFTRA t-shirt, the actors union that's on protesting. They're on strike right now, very famously. And I'm just like, listen.
Yeah.
To quote Max Platinum Max, listen. I'm just saying, I think you're trying a little too hard. You're trying too hard. It seems forced. It seems forced. And what I used to say when I lived in Portland, Oregon, whenever someone new would come to town, join the comedy scene, and be doing male feminist jokes because it was 2012 and that was the time, I'd be like, what did you do, though? And that's how I feel about CM Punk. I'm like, what did you do, bro? What did you do?
You know what's funny, Katie? I totally feel you there. And when I started writing some male feminist material, I remember thinking like, well, I should probably sneak in a bit. Like, I'll be like, I'll do like a feminist joke, and then I probably should do a thing later that's like like about like something else. I was trying to like about like sometime I fucked up or something.
Right.
I'd always have to be like, because that's you do find yourself like
if you put yourself
falling
too
over the line
far
of pandering.
you don't want to pander, and
even if you're not trying to be,
and if you don't want to set yourself up as infallible, especially in this day and age.
Yes,
You know. Anyway,
Absolutely.
sorry to rant about something so stupid, but like
I'm glad you did.
Like,
well, I don't think it is stupid, Katie.
Because the first time I saw it, I let it go, but then I've been noticing it every week, and I'm like, yeah, you fucking.
Well, you know what?
Bitch.
Elsa was wrong, because I'm holding on to this, because I don't like that Mr. Phil is positing that his quote-unquote side is the side of progressivism, when what his side is, oh, I jumped my bosses who went to go talk to me, which we all know that's what this is really about.
Right.
It's not actually about... I'm sure he does support all these things.
I'm sure he does,
like,
and
you gotta tell us... Just in case you didn't like me.
You know, it's complicated because, like, on one hand, I'm like, yeah, these people should, if they believe in this shit, like, right now is so scary that, like...
It is the time to be loud.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, well, but if you're, like, on the line, you expect CM Punk to be a bitch-ass woke mob wannabe. You know what I mean? Like, you're not convincing...
His name's CM Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
hope.
I don't know. If you send Samoa Joe out here being like, if you don't support trans people, I'm gonna eat your family, then like maybe, yeah. But like, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe choked out CM Punk.
I love
like
to see it.
Like the bitch he is. That's what Punk gets. He had a whole week to answer to the King of Television. He didn't do it, so now he gets choked out. And it's gonna be him and them at Wembley. And I gotta be honest, I'm not excited for this match. We love Joe, but I'm not excited about any CM Punk singles match right now. He looks...
No, he's not gonna be able to turn it out. And Samoa Joe's so good.
He's awesome, yeah.
It was interesting, too, because when they were lining up that match, I'm like, well, they can't make either of these tag teams look weak, so how the fuck are they gonna do this? And then Samoa Joe comes out, I'm like, time to have a little talk.
Chokes him out. Yeah. I thought that CMFTR might win, actually.
I would have been furious. I would have been livid.
I thought they might win because commentary kept saying that House of Black is the longest reigning trios champions. That's
I know,
kind of what I was
which
like,
is
shit, they might win.
But they're just I'm sorry, man. They're fucking murder machines. I'm just not buying it. Now, if it was two of them against just FTR, I could kind of get behind it because FTR are such good wrestlers. But I was just like, no, dog. But I'm like, especially when they're out there, they put on their special scary faces. Malachi put in his contacts.
Yeah.
Brody did his immortal makeup. Like, I'm sorry, man. You can't lose.
I do know that you love House of Black. They're the fun, spooky gimmick in AEW, but I do enjoy making fun of their entrance.
Oh, really?
Because they come out and the lights go off.
And then they have to scurry to the ring.
They're in the ring. And then the lights go off. Then they're in the middle of the ring. Like, you didn't have to... You could have... Not that many. You didn't need to do it that many times.
It's silly. It is silly, but I mean...
It's over the top. But honestly, I just think it's funny. It doesn't make me mad. I just think it's funny.
Oh, it is funny. Well, and also as a nerd, like, Malachi is a huge music person, and Brody's in a really brutal New Jersey hardcore band. So, like, that's like real music that they're playing when they come out, which is like very interesting. Although, once again, Tony Khan, you got a budget sometimes. Some people get real music. So let's get everybody real music. How about that?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, TK, he shoved out a decent amount of shells for the music. So, but, yeah. Well, yeah, with that, we've covered pretty much all the things here.
Yeah.
And, next week, who knows, actually? I guess we could preview Wembley? Is my math right here?
We're gonna have
21st.
Listen,
we'll discuss.
There's time ahead. Who knows what's in the future?
Yeah, we're gonna preview. We'll do a Wembley preview next week, and yeah, we'll see what's to come. Oh, one last thing: Yota Tsuji pinned Will Ospreay, baby.
Ooh, he's the chosen one. He's the chosen one. We're getting a match. My big beautiful son.
We're getting a singles match for that belt, and it's gonna be lit. Yeah. So that's something to look forward to, Katie. And until next time, everybody, happy wrestling! Yahoo!
Oh my, where do I begin? If I do wrong, then where do I end? Can we do it all again? Can we take it from the top? If I write a rhyme, is it hot? If I write a song, will it flop? If I make a beat, will it pop? Bump me in the east, will it knock? See me on the street, will they not? Tell me I'm a beast with a lock on the streets like the neighborhood watch. Spend a lot of time on the clock, not as much time as I'll spend in a box. So I'll take shots of the #1 spot. Some of them might get it, some of them might not. Might stay hot to the touch, rock on the cut. I'm a monster the most, but a ghost to the lot. Cut it close to the top, throat in a knot. Smoke till I'm gone, I'll be gone when I drop. So you can't knock me down, but you can try. You can try, you can tell me how. Now tell me why. If I'm so restless and crazy, and no, my mind is hazy. I don't realize my lady is gone till I fly. To be or not to be, that is the question. I think therefore I am a legend. It's 24/7, 365. Parents advise discretion with thoughts like mine. Empires fall, you should know that these walls only up for protection. World on guard, got them all on the edge. Balls at 8 feet, barely balance the tension. Raising the heat, I could leap any second. Fall to the street and be home by 11. Do an interview with KP on the session and laugh when he asks if it's passion or an obsession. Yes, the point I'm at, there's no difference. A thin line between madness and brilliance. So before I succumb to my illness, I'ma keep it real, make sure that y'all feel this. You can't knock me down, but you can try. You can try, you can try. You can tell me how. Now tell me why. Tell me why, tell me why. Restless and crazy, and no, my mind is hazy. I don't realize my lady is gone till I fly. Immersed in the rhythm, I my commission a concept, but conscious is constantly concerned with the content. Don't think I'm coerced by the comments. All I know is not to speak without the context. Situations get complex. XXL rappers think they on, but they all next. I'm hard to copy, so they hard pressed. Try to crop me at the picture, but I ain't the one to harvest. Yeah, the hollow men know best, so they hunt for a treasure for no hearts in their own chest. Cold eyes in their old heads, broke tongues yelling code red, code red. No, you never seen a squad like us. Regardless, I'ma leave these mics crush the carcass. But what lurks in the shadows of an artist, cloak and dagger as I stagger in the darkness. You can't knock me down, but you can try. You can try, you can try. You can tell me how. Now tell me why. Tell me why, tell me why. Restless and crazy, and though my mind is hazy, I don't realize my lady is gone till I fly. One more. You can't knock me down, but you can try. You can try, you can try. Come on. You can tell me how. Now tell me why. Tell me why, tell me why. Restless and crazy, and though my mind is hazy, I don't realize my lady is gone till I fly. Billy Conahan, welcome to the show. Sleeping with it in the fly. Enjoy the ride.